goalie's eyes.
All right, breaking in now. Here comes Team Samini. On the right side, the pass in front, and that one off the post. The puck right down on the side of the nets. And a lot of players falling down, and I think finally the goaltender, Emily Raimondi, gets a glove on it, and the whistle blows.
Yeah, I think Lindsay Rowe was in front of the net again. She's just, yep, comes across, and Lindsay Rowe's right there. But, you know, Team Samini, they've really done a good job. That was Zoe Kelsey just pushing her out of the way. I mean, they're just really protecting Raimondi right now. There she is. She's looking ready.
Done a great job here in the first period. 3-1 Team Musso. And the shot in front turned away, another rebound, and that one's going to be covered up again by Raimondi. So just going back to what you said a minute ago about taking the goalie's eyes away, it was a clear shot to the goal.
You gotta have a screen, but I'll tell you what happened there was Drosino's, after that shot, she just picked up her stick, and that was it.
In front. Nice attack here by Team Samini, and finally cleared away. So Team Samini has had its opportunities here in the first period. Trail 3-1 as we enter the final minute of the first period. In front, the shots, and loose puck bouncing in front. Nice shot there by Laura Lee Blanchard, but equal to the task was Kaylee Butler, the goaltender.
She just came right in. She had her dead to rights, and it just almost popped up and over her head, but here she comes. She just comes in. She has a good angle and hits off her right shoulder, and luckily bounced right in front of Butler, and Butler just gobbled up that rebound. But she also had one of her other forwards going toward the net at that time.
Final minute of play in the first period. Now here comes Team Samini in front, cutting in front. The shots knocked down by the defense and skated to the side.
Victoria Steele coming out of the zone. She's been quiet today.
20 seconds to go as the puck bounces back into the Team Musso zone. 10 seconds left in the period. One final breakout. And coming in all alone is Peterson. Peterson on the backhand scores. 0.5 seconds, half a second left when she buried that one back in the net. Nice move.
Yeah, here she comes. Maddie Peterson coming in, doesn't make any mistake, goes to her backhand and just right by Kaylee Butler, but that play was a result of the turnover at the red line by Team Samini, and with that kind of time on the clock, you just gotta cut your losses and back off. But here we are, 4-1.
And the horn blows, bringing the first period to an end, and a 4-1 lead for Team Musso, who heads into the locker room for a bit of a break here, and I'm sure very happy with how things went in their first period of play. So we still have a period to go, and certainly a chance for Team Samini to get back into this one, Digit.
Yeah, I did not expect that. 4-1. But hey, this is how it goes. We'll see if they come back this period.
All right, let's go down now to Zach Letson, who's standing by with the head coach of Team Samini. He coaches the South County Storm, Tom McCarthy. Zach, take it away.
Thanks so much, Frank. As joined here by Tom McCarthy, head coach of the South County Storm, and Team Samini. Coach, how special and unique is an event like this hosted by the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame that these kids get to play in and enjoy?
Oh, this is unbelievable. Fun to play at this arena, which is just phenomenal. And then it's funny, I had to explain to all the kids what a TV timeout was. So to know that they're on TV, see their plays on the big screen, is something special. It's awesome.
You've done a lot of coaching in your career, a lot of different teams. What's unique about getting to coach this team specifically?
So what I love about this is, we've got three teams together on this one team tonight, and we played two of them earlier this week. The kids competed against each other, so it's funny to now then see them playing on a line together and having fun, smiling, like this is great.
How important is something like this for the growth of the game for players in this new generation here in the state of Rhode Island?
I think the fact that this is broadcast on TV, I see a ton of kids in the stands. It's what I remember hockey as a high schooler. It was something special, something that you were looking up to in your middle and elementary school. So to see it put on that platform, that stage is incredible.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, well, we've talked with the head coach of Team Samini, but how about going back and learning more about the history of the 2020 Hall of Famer, Lou Samini, a Rhode Island hockey legend and a LaSalle hockey legend as well.
Louis A. Lou Samini. Lou Samini, LaSalle Academy's legendary and beloved coach and teacher, was an outstanding athlete in his own right and was inducted into 6 Halls of Fame during his lifetime. As testimony to his contributions to the game and community, the modest Samini received a presidential citation and National Recreation Award for exemplary service to youth. Lou was born in North Providence in 1920. He attended Providence College on an athletic scholarship to play both sports. In 1951, Lou answered the call of his college alma mater to coach and help organize a new club hockey team at PC, which would become the nucleus of the Friar team that returned to NCAA play after a 26-year absence. His 9-decade affiliation with LaSalle began as a student in 1935, where he played both football and baseball. He joined the LaSalle faculty in 1946, where he taught math, science, and was the line coach for the great Jack Cronin. Despite never having played hockey, Lou knew the game well and soon took the helm as the Rams coach, a position he held until 1978. His 32-year record behind the bench was a remarkable 572 wins, 185 losses, and 34 ties, including 5 Rhode Island state championships and 1 New England title. His teams missed the playoffs only once during that span. A true gentleman, Lou never received a bench penalty, and in tribute to his contributions to the game,
Beth McCann, the founder of the URI women's hockey program, joins us after the break. Stick around. This is the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame High School Hockey Showcase. All right, back here at Schneider Arena, we are joined by a Rhode Island legend and the founder of the URI women's hockey program, Beth McCann. Thanks so much for joining us. You're an honorary coach here for this game this afternoon. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I'm honored. It's always nice to come back and see how these girls have grown through the years, and so it's really exciting for them to have this opportunity.
Founding a hockey program at the University of Rhode Island, and obviously you've given so much back to the game. How rewarding is that for you, and I guess what's the most rewarding part for you?
You know, there were a lot of people that helped build that program, but yeah, I was one of the initiative people to start that program, and just to have the forums for these girls from Rhode Island to have the spot to play and the opportunity to be seen and further their careers is amazing.
Well, talking about the girls that we've seen on the ice here this afternoon, how special of an event is this for them, obviously, in its third year, something that didn't exist back in the day, and now it's obviously terrific for these girls to have.
It's great for them to have a forum to showcase their talent and also be seen and, you know, hopefully play further into the college sector and, you know, just to have that camaraderie to play with your opponents that you usually fight, you know, play against all year long. To come together and actually become friends and develop those friendships, I think is really special.
Well, you're one of the most important voices in the Rhode Island hockey community. How do you want to see the game continue to grow here in Rhode Island?
Oh, I mean, I was just talking to some of the young coaches on the bench, and, you know, there's quite a few years between us, and it's still a battle for the women in the athletic field, and, you know, they just have we're blessed that those 4 coaches on my bench are giving back because they all played when they were younger, and I think that's the most important thing, is if you played the game, give back, because these girls need you, and they need an advocate, and they need you to fight for their ability to play.
No doubt about it. Beth, thanks so much for the time, and enjoy the rest of the event today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, well, Tom Woodcock is a Rhode Island hockey legend in his own right, here in Rhode Island, and spent nearly 4 decades as a trainer in the National Hockey League.
Tom Woodcock. Tom Woodcock was born and raised in Providence and inducted into the trainers wing of the NHL Hall of Fame in Toronto in 2003. Like his longtime friend and fellow Rhode Islander Pete Demers, who was also enshrined there 4 years later, he too was a talented disciple of Reds and Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame trainer George Army. Tom's journey to the Hall was more circuitous than Pete's. He was a self-described rink rat at the old Rhode Island Auditorium, which was then the center of the hockey universe in southeastern New England. A role model for his younger brothers, Ed and Rolly, Tom dreamed of playing pro. He cleaned the arena ice between periods for the reward of ice time, and he became a great skater, good enough to be a 3-time All-State selection out of Hope High School. He did this despite having to leave school when his father passed away to take a job to help support the family. When he returned, he continued to shine in the classroom and on the ice, and was rewarded with a contract with the Reds, the team he so admired. The Reds farmed Woody to the Eastern Hockey League, where he skated for several teams, including the Washington Presidents. Eventually, he concluded that an NHL career was not in the cards, and he took a job as an assistant trainer under George Army with the Reds, while continuing to star on some of the best amateur teams in the region. At the suggestion of Brown hockey coach and Hockey Hall of Famer Jim Fullerton, Tom took specialized classes at the university, which led to the position as trainer for Fullerton's Brown Bears hockey team and a manager of Brown's Meehan Auditorium. When NHL expansion came in 1967, Bruins GM Lynn Patrick came calling to hire him as head trainer for the St. Louis Blues, a position he held for 16 years, including 3 trips to the Stanley Cup Final. In 1983, when the WHA's Hartford franchise moved to the NHL, Tom was lured back to New England, where he spent 7 seasons. The final stop in his career took him to San Jose in 1991, when friend and Rhode Island's own Jack Ferreira took over the GM reins of the expansion Sharks. Tom's final NHL training camp was his 40th. Over that time, he served in over 3,000 NHL regular season and playoff games. Tom sadly passed away in 2022.
All right, welcome back to Schneider Arena. Almost ready to go for our second period here between Team Musso and Team Samini. But before we get it going, I'm joined by head coach Jen Bighgam. Great first period for your team, and obviously a really special event for these girls today. What's this mean for this generation of players here in Rhode Island to have a showcase like this for the best of the best?
I think it means like everything to them, just to get the kind of the same opportunity that we've been giving to the boys, and letting them showcase like their talent and showing everybody what that they're made of, what they're able to do.
You obviously coach of the East Bay Riptide. What's unique about coaching this group of girls specifically?
It's getting to coach kids from all across the state. A lot of the girls know each other, so they're able to have a lot of fun. But also getting to know kind of your competitor on a different level is great.
How was watching that first period for you, and how your team played?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it's always good to come out of the first half with a 3-goal lead, and it's just great to see all of the kids working together, especially with kids from different schools and everything. So we're having a lot of fun over on our bench.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck in the second.
Thanks. Have a great day.
All right, second period coming up, so we'll send it back upstairs. Frank, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Zach. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. And welcome back for our second period of action in this high school all-star girls hockey game. And we have a change in goaltenders now as Team Samini trying to get back into this one. And the glove save by the goaltender who's in the Team Musso net for the first few seconds here, the second period, Chase Meek. And down the other end, Maddie Amatuna is taking over in the Team Samini net. But the play right now down in the Team Musso end. Another shot on net. Team Samini trying to take advantage of a goaltender who's in there for the first couple of minutes of this game this afternoon. Frank Carpano along with Digit Murphy. And we have all the play-by-play of this game here. Another 25-minute period for the girls. And much like they did in the first period, it's Team Musso on the attack into the zone and then dumped out again to center ice.
Talking about goaltending, Chase Meek has some big shoes to fill. Emily Ramonde did a great job.
She did a nice job. So I would think that the strategy, anytime a new goaltender comes in, it's, let's go right at her, see if we can get one past her.
Pressure, pressure, pressure all over her. Crash the net. Talked about it earlier. That's how you get goals.
It's like in any sport, football, if one of the defensive backs goes out, you want to throw to that wide receiver who's covered by that guy right away.
Right away. You see it all the time in the NFL. The announcers talk about it all the time.
All right, here we go now on the attack. Here comes Team Samini, but double teamed as the puck goes down into the corner. And the shot off the side of the net, still battling for it, is Sammy Fagan. Still working, trying to dig that puck out of the corner. And
I'd like to see Peyton Abrams a little closer right now, helping out in front.
Officials letting them play. Finally work the way out. Around the boards it goes. And still no one really in control right now as the puck bouncing around. Team Samini trying to get that puck in front of the net. Nobody there.
You can tell Team Samini is telling the D to pinch more, which is going to give him more opportunities. And here's one of them.
Brousseau, shot wide of the net.
When you're down by 3 goals, you got to play a little more desperate. So you're going to see, I think, more opportunities with Team Musso to have.
Puck knocked away in front by Amatuna. The goaltender who's just taken over for the second period. Unable to clear. Team Musso spinning around. That's number 38, Jillian Dixon. In front, nobody there, but still it's Team Musso. The shot on net turned away.
Nice rebound control by Amatuna.
Big presence in that net for Team Samini. And puck out neutral zone and taken away. Here we go into the Team Musso end. Bouncing around. Waiting for her teammate to clear. And then let's take it in. Throws it in front, and the stop on net by Meek. Another nice save, pad save by the goaltender. Looks like the net is knocked off its mark there, so we're going to blow the play dead.
Yeah, if you watch that, that was Elsa Iteris pinching down on the left wall that keeps it in to make it happen. And Team Samini ends up getting a shot as a result of those D just holding their blue line, pinching down, giving their offense and their forwards a little more opportunity. They have to do that if they're going to score goals, Team Samini.
Oh, big first period for Team Musso. They're up 4-1 here with the puck in the Musso zone, and Team Samini trying to get back into this one.
It's a big hill to climb, but they got 4 in the first period. If you're the coach, you're saying, we got to score 4 now if you're on Team Samini. And you got to hold them.
All right, 1 goal at a time.
Yes.
Puck taken away.
And to your point, they got 5 extra minutes from last year.
That's right. Last year was a 20-minute period. This year, a 25-minute period as we keep the action going here at Schneider Arena. Sydney Olsen trying to chase this one down for Team Musso, but puck along the boards, battling for it. In front, turned away.
Sydney Olsen, one of the captains of her team, according to her coach, does a great job. Great leader on that team.
Well, fresh as the puck goes into the Team Musso bench. A fresh sheet of ice out here, so we've seen a lot of players taking a little bit of a spill to start.
Yeah.
Rough it up a little bit, and everybody will stay on their feet. Got a nice little crowd here today at Schneider Arena. A lot of family and friends.
There they are.
Breaking in now with the shots. Can't control the puck, and then the shot flies over the Team Musso net.
It's a nice little move by Noelle Pizzelli.
Backhand in front, turned away by the Musso defense and knocked away by Victoria Steele. Play out in the neutral zone now. And back comes number 36, Noelle Pizzelli. The shot turned away. Nice little save there by Chase Meek. Bouncing puck wide of the net. Back into the other zone. Here comes Team Musso. Tried to throw it in front, but good defense there by Team Samini, and back they come now.
Greta Tomka really made that play. It was a 3-on-1 that was about to happen, and
offside.
Somehow Greta Tomka got in the lane because that would have been lights out. 5-1 would have been way too much. More signs.
Well, what do we find with all-star games in general.
Yeah.
I don't care about the sport. It's usually high scoring, right?
Exactly. Fans want to cheer, score goals.
Oh, here's an opportunity on the backhand in front. Oh, nice. Oh, puck just gets away.
It's Peyton Abrams. I think she would want that one back.
You know, we haven't seen that as a penalty. I don't even know. Do you remember the last 2 years whether we had a penalty in any of these?
I think
games?
we did. I think we've had a couple. But these guys are playing a pretty clean game. What I like about that Abrams, Maxwell, and Fagan line on Team Samini is they play together at South County. It's like they know each other. This is the line that's out there now. They're trying to get some goals with some familiarity, but Team Musso up for the task.
Pass in front, off to the boards now. Center ice. You know what I've noticed over the years that I've watched girls high school hockey is that it's become more physical.
It has. And you know, in the pros, they check now, which is very interesting. I'm not a big proponent of it, to be honest.
No?
No. I think it takes away from the game. I think it slows it down. But, and you're talking to someone that led Cornell in all-time leading penalty minutes.
Really?
I like a physical game, but I just don't think for the women's game it's the way to draw in fans. You know, to emulate the fighting, it's just, I think.
What type of penalty was the most that you got? What did you get called for mostly?
I think I got more as a coach getting game
Okay.
misconduct. No, but no, just probably roughing or fighting or something like that. Yeah. I definitely was a bruiser. Ask Beth McCann. I played with her. But these.
Where did Beth play college?
Beth played at Northeastern. We played high school together, the Cranston Panthers.
And you were at?
I was at Cornell.
Or Cornell. Did I know that? Because I was across the hill at Ithaca.
Maybe. We're from that upstate New York.
Oh, great region. And I think we're going to have an icing
Nice.
call here as the puck rolls across the goal line and the whistle blows. 16:45 left in this game. Period 2 between the Team Samini, Team Musso. Team Musso with a 4-1 lead. We're still waiting for our first goal scored here in the second period.
It's really tough, too, to coach these all-star games, right? Because you want to get everyone in. You want to make sure people are fresh. They're shortening up the shifts, but as the game goes on, more kids want to stay on the ice longer, so
Sure.
it gets a little out of sorts. So you have to really control it as a coach.
Nice pass, doesn't connect. And this one rolls into the Team Samini zone. Now in front, knocked away. Finally skated out of the zone. Nice lead pass coming into the Team Musso zone, but picked away by Victoria Steele. Nice defensive play there. She leads the attack back out, but puck bouncing.
Victoria Steele, she's a fun player to watch. She's a real smooth skater. Has a nose for the puck.
Trying to gather up a little head of steam here is Brady Murphy.
Yeah, Bridie Murphy, she's a real competitor, according to her coaches, one of the top players in the league. Just would love to see her a little more healthy.
Puck dumped into the Team Samini zone and a changeup of the lines for Team Musso. And long lead pass. Doesn't connect. All right, skating it back now. Kaylin McCarthy dumps it in. Quick save. And they're going to cover it up for the whistle.
Yeah, Kaylin McCarthy, I think that's Tom's daughter. He's got a host of daughters, so I think this might be his last one. Last year had one to play in the All-Star game as well. She went on to college. It's nice to see when the parents get back and coach. Nice when they can coach.
Yeah, gives you more of an opportunity to be with your kids. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and Tom's a big hockey guy. He coaches over at Roger Williams as an assistant coach on the men's side.
They're
so.
breaking in now on the backhand and a great save. The shot on net there was by Ruby Turgeon.
Maddie Amatuma up for the task.
Long lead
Breakaway.
pass into the zone. The shots and the save. Rebound, backhand, can't get it to go. That's number 5, Lauren Bastien. She was just hanging by the blue line, raised her stick as if she was calling for the puck, got the pass, and went in for that great opportunity.
I'm sure they're floating someone now, because you get desperate at this time of the game when you're down by that many. So watch for them to have a floater out in the neutral zone, the Team Samini. It's a set play.
Poke check into the corner. Off the boards and out.
We'll start to see one of the forwards just try to drag that defender out off the blue line.
All right, now on the attack into the corner goes Haley Maxwell, still battling. Joined there by Sammy Fagan. A little shot on net wide. That one off the stick of Peyton Abrams. And that puck off the glass behind the net. Gathered up there. Abrams chasing, taken away, and skated off by Jillian Dixon. Here comes Jillian Dixon into the zone, trying to work her way around, knocked off the puck.
Bailey Kent made that play. But Dixon was in all alone.
And will it make it for icing? No. Very close. Shot on net, loose puck, skated away by the Team Musso defense. Again, the puck shot in front, but wide of the net. And into the corner goes Abrams. Somebody in front. Trying to muscle their way through. They keep the puck in. Throw it in front. There's a nice screen in front, but couldn't get through.
Team Samini really has to get something going here. Got to put one in the net before the end of the next time out, because they're on the outside looking in on the victory. You don't get some goals.
Skating into the zone, 42. Victoria Steele stops, looks, and skates out to the blue line. Still with the puck, drops it off, and the shot off the defense and in front, and rolls right through the crease and wide.
It's a nice little play by Steele, taking in the zone, dropping off to a defensive partner. Just couldn't get it through to the net.
Loose puck now giving chase. It's Lucy Dunning dumps it in. And a change in the lines for Team Samini.
If you're Team Musso, you're just trying to minimize your mistakes here and just play a safe game, which we don't like in the All-Star game.
That's right. Let it all hang out. In the corner, dugout. All right, Team Samini trying to get on the attack here. Into the corner. Brady Murphy battling 2 defenders. Team Musso comes out with it.
No surprise there. They've got 2 guys on the puck, and Team Samini only has 1. They got to outnumber if they're going to win pucks in the offensive zone. I can't help myself, Frank. I got to be talking like a coach here.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, the whole idea of this game is to give these kids some exposure, some recognition, and hopefully attract some coaches who might want to recruit them. And we talked about penalties earlier, and we are going to have one here. So our first penalty of the game coming up. We'll tell you all about it when we return right after this. All right, Kayla McCarthy is going to sit in the penalty box as Team Musso with the 4-1 lead now has the man advantage. The shot on that, oh boy, that was turned away, but goaltender kind of lost sight of it after the initial stop. Amatuna there with the stop.
Tell you, you don't want to take a penalty if you're Team Samini here. You're down by 3 goals. Now you take one. Going to be tough.
Back on top and almost chopped down there. A nice little tip by Lila Stilley.
That's a nice rebound control by Amatuna, but if Musso is going to get some goals, he needs to take away her eyes, get people in front of her, screen, tips.
1:34 still left on the man advantage. The power play for Team Musso. Moving the puck well around the perimeter. Turned away, glove of Amatuna, and then the puck cleared all the way down the other end.
It's a nice little face-off play where they got it out. They got a shot for Team Musso. Again, this is really tough to coach your power play when the kids have never played together on a power play before.
Well, just one penalty in this game here today. This is it. We're in the midst of it now as just under a minute left in the power play. Centering pass knocked away and the shot can't get through. Back out to the point. And knocked away and cleared away. Nope, stays in the zone. And there you go. Finally, Team Samini able to clear.
That was a nice block by number 2, Shannon.
Puck back in the zone and nice little chase there by Haley Maxwell trying to.
Haley's trying to get one, right? She's like, whatever it takes. I know we're down a guy, but I'm going to go in. You know, in the pros, they have the women. They have something called the jailbreak rule. If you score a goal on the PK, the guy comes out of the box.
Really?
Yeah, it's a cool little rule.
Huh.
I like to see the NHL adopt it. I mean, it's a little gimmicky because you don't do it that much, but it is a nice reward.
You know, the evolution of the game, the one thing that I like that has changed, not recently, but what they do now on overtime is skate 3-on-3.
I love that. Love that. And then they even have the shootout, too.
Right.
I like that a lot.
There's on the attack, bouncing puck. That one gloved away. And out comes Team Samini as they're now back to even strength. And nice pass to the middle, little backhand, and the save there.
Yeah, that was Sammy Fagan again. That Abrams-Maxwell-Fagan line, that South County line they keep putting out there. Looks like they're trying to score and get back into it with these guys. Yeah, here she comes. She just passes it across. Fagan makes that little move, but she cannot get by that defender. That was Victoria Steele. Plays both ways and just blocked her out, boxed her out, couldn't get the goal.
They are on the attack now in front. A great defensive play there to keep that puck from going through by number 37, Bailey Kent.
Yeah, you got to get a shot there. You know, Kent played it nicely, but if I'm Team Musso, I'm just firing it at the net at this point and shoot far pad for a rebound.
Puck loose in front. And finally almost skated out, but poked aside. A lot of nice, good poke checks here today.
Yeah, they're just not getting to it.
Puck through the neutral zone and bouncing into the Team Musso end. Giving chase. Lindsay Rowe. Fighting along the boards now, out to the points. Little shot that's going to bounce wide. And in front, all the way out to the point. Then back in, the shot off of the back of a defenseman.
That's Bailey Kent. Someone's back of their legs.
There it is, another shot, just wide of the net, but that one is going to be covered up by the goaltender Chase Meek.
Yeah, that stings when you just turn. You're the back of your legs are exposed instead of your pads. And the D just cranks you in the back of the leg. You're like, oh. Man. So when do you think we're going to see a goalie pull here? I'm rooting for a goalie pull.
Gotta believe. Yeah, I'm thinking 4 minutes
now.
to go. You really think now?
Well, you're down by 3.
You would pull the goaltender.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Down by 3.
Only because it's an all-star game?
Yeah, because it's an all-star game. But, but you know, you want to play everyone.
Yeah.
I would be a little competitive, I'm not going to lie.
I think, you know, if we had a statistic of the time in zone, I think that not only on the goals on the scoreboard, but that would also be won by Team Musso. They have done a good job of keeping the pressure on and keeping that puck in the Team Samini zone.
The other thing is when they do have it in the defensive zone, they're really clamping down.
Here we go again.
Steal.
Skating in, and the save. Loose puck in front, now gathered in.
She's tough to stop, Victoria Steele.
She shoots again in front, loose puck, and that one gets in. Wow. A lot of traffic in front of that nets, and Team Musso scoring their first goal of the second period to up their lead to 5-1. Here it is again.
Yeah, Victoria Steele makes that happen, though. She doesn't give up on the puck. She's in the zone. She controlled the puck at least for 30 seconds. Now she just makes that shot, and we've got number 38 right on the doorstep and puts it in.
Jillian Dixon?
Yeah, Jillian Dixon, that line's been doing a nice job for Team Musso.
All right, out comes Team Samini now, trying to get through the neutral zone, dumping it in. All right, less than 5.5 minutes to play in this one. 5-1 Team Musso. Team Samini into the zone, poked away. Back out on the points. Musso on the attack again. Loose puck in front and skated away. And this one's going to clear right out to center ice, where it's gathered up by Bailey Kent. Kent passes it up back into the zone. Quick change by both teams. Battle along the boards. Cross in front, the shots, and nice little kick save. And skated off there by Ashley Brousseau. Puck still in the Brousseau zone. And let's see, finally cleared away. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the game. In the zone, and unfortunately unable to get it away is Nora Flippen. And we have a whistle. So with that whistle, we're going to take a break with 3:45 to go. More of the high school hockey showcase coming up after this. And welcome back to PC Schneider Arena for the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame Showcase. Girls game here, just about to wrap up with Team Musso with a 5-1 lead. I want to let you know that coming up at the end of the game, we'll be picking the Jersey Mike Player of the Game. So think about that as you're watching who you've liked so far, and as Digit has, and we'll let you know once the game is over who the selection is.
I wonder if they get Jersey Mike sandwiches for life.
I don't know about for life. I'm a big fan of Jersey Mikes.
Yeah, me too.
Give me mini number 8.
Yeah, they're giving Subway a run for their money.
All right, puck in front. And the goaltender for Team Samini still in the net. I'm sure Samini would love to get a goal here.
They got to pull the goalie, Frank. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
Coach isn't thinking the way you're thinking here, Didge.
I should have went down there and talked to her between. During the timeout. Would have been fun. I think the most important thing is these guys get to play with kids on the other team. They have some fun.
Absolutely.
They meet different coaches. They get to showcase their talent, get to be on TV. Some good stuff going on for this. This is so great for the Hockey Hall of Fame to do this.
It is a great community thing. And offside is called.
Yeah.
As we get down to 2:22 left in this final period of this game.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bridie Murphy pass that puck over on that side. She had one of her teammates wide open. I think it was Bertgood. Sometimes, though, you get up that head of steam and it's tough. Pick your head up.
Some fans here in the stands. Well, there you go.
All right.
Bringing their own signs in here.
I like it.
There may not be a great number of people in the stands, but a lot of enthusiasm for these girls as they are competing out here at Schneider Arena.
Well, I'd say they got a few hundred here. It's pretty good. Oh.
And we have a penalty coming up.
All right, maybe now.
Pull them, yeah. So now you'd be, what would you be, skating 6 on
6 on 4. The only problem with that is then they get to ice it, so they could go for the net, but.
Right. Well, he's looking down on the Team Samini bench. Tom McCarthy is smiling. It's like, oh, I don't know. What do I do?
I would definitely.
All right, so the man advantage for Team Samini here. And
pass.
They will have the man advantage for the remainder of the game.
That was
short of
that was tough.
A goal. What happened?
They just had a hand pass, so now it comes all the way back. I think Samini's won the last few games, I think. Last few All-Star games. So I think it's about time Team Musso wins.
Now we have plenty of great stuff coming up in the intermission between the boys and the girls game. We hope that you'll stick around for that. Comes after the Jersey Mike Player of the Game announcement. And here we go. Even though they've got the man advantage, they're on the attack, taken away. Like a 2-second difference between the penalty clock and the game clock.
Looks like Musso, though, is really doing a good job keeping it in on the forecheck. He can't even get, Team Samini can't get going. There we go.
So let's see. Change up here. The goaltender remains and shot on net, and the save by the Team Musso goaltender.
1 minute left, Frank.
Chase Meek done a good job here in the second period.
Here she comes. She comes down, and it's a nice save. She just shovels it up right into her glove. No problem. Can of corn. We're good. We got this.
Right. We approach the final minute of the game here, and still, even though they're shorthanded, here comes Team Musso. Team Musso into the zone. Victoria Steele, we've heard her name quite a bit here this afternoon. She controlled it into the zone, and now the puck bounces out, and waiting for it. Here comes Lauren Bastien. All alone, the shots turned away. And then another shot, and another save for Chase Meek.
It's a nice breakaway by Lauren. comes in over the blue line. Got a nice back check that made her take that shot a little early, but we're up for the task here. Meek was there, no problem.
Final 30 seconds of this one. Still on the man advantages. Team Samini out to center ice, intercepted, and back the other way comes Team Musso, and the shots by Raylan Nary is turned aside.
Yeah, Team Musso's really played a team game to really shut Team Samini down. So
doesn't mean the other team is any less talented, but maybe they have more experience playing together, the Team Musso kids.
I guess I just feel like the Musso team has really been more together, moving around in almost like a cover. Like 5 people working together. Just seems like you're right. It looks like they played together before. I wonder if they had a little secret practice. Just kidding.
Maybe, maybe. All right, final second, and the horn blows, and it's a 5-1 win for Team Musso as the teams leave their bench to congratulate their goaltenders. And then, of course, we should see the traditional handshake between the two teams as this part of our All-Star Showcase comes to an end. Of course, boys' game is still ahead, and this is one of the best parts of hockey, I think, is where they line it up, and little congratulations all the way around.
A little handshake.
Oh, great opportunity for these girls to get out here, not only to play in an all-star game, but to play at Schneider Arena. I mean, this is one of the nicest arenas that you can play in, home of the Providence College Friars. Not too long ago, it was 2015 that I can't believe it's been more than 10 years now that they were crowned NCAA national champions.
I mean, it's great, a great building. They've done a great job with this, and to be able to host this here, it's awesome for these young women to see this arena, to be a part of it, to be on television, to get these opportunities. All the coaches are here to help them out, so these women are supported, and good for Rhode Island.
Competitive but fun.
Yeah, and the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame doing it is just amazing.
Well, one thing that we've added this year is the Jersey Mike's Player of the Game, and let's head down to ice level where Randy Scott from Jersey Mike's is about to present the jersey to the Jersey Mike's Player of the Game. And
the Jersey Mike's jersey. I like it.
And there she is. None other than Team Musso's number 42, Victoria Steele, whose name we heard quite a bit here this afternoon.
She's quite a player. Probably one of the best defenders to come out of Rhode Island.
Awesome. Yeah. She seems pleased by that. Congratulations, and our thanks to Jersey Mike's for sponsoring the Player of the Game. Way to go. All right, just some final thoughts now, Digit, on this game that we witnessed here this afternoon.
Again, just the camaraderie. You can see it, the fans, the spirit, the opportunities that are created, and we couldn't have a better sponsor, Jersey Mike's, the Hockey Hall of Fame, you, Frank, doing this broadcast. It's amazing. Thank you so much on behalf of all the women.
I know that we really look forward to it, and now it's over, unfortunately. It goes by quickly, doesn't it?
It does.
Always good to work with you, Digit Murphy, and thanks to everyone who helped put this game together. Take an intermission and then have the boys' game coming up, so let's take a break.
Welcome back to Schneider Arena. We've got one game in the books, another one coming up, but plenty here, so stick with us in between our two games. And we honor so much today as this event is brought to you by the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. And you couldn't tell the story of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame without Buster Clegg, nearly 6 decades as a coach, player, and ambassador of the game.
Sylvester Buster Clegg. Buster Clegg had a connection to the game of hockey in Rhode Island for most of his life, and it touched all levels of the sport. Born in 1937, he was raised in rural Burrowville, eventually becoming a high school all-stater under the tutelage of Broncos legendary coach Tom Eccleston. An exceptional student, he was also named to the National Athletic Honor Society for achievement in sports and academics. Buster continued to star on defense for 4 years at the University of New Hampshire, where he was named team captain and co-MVP as a senior. After graduation, Buster impressed Rhode Island Reds owner Lou Samini with his hockey acumen and enthusiasm. He was hired as publicity director for both the team and the Rhode Island Auditorium. In 1966, he was named general manager, at the time the youngest in all of pro hockey. Most importantly, he was one of the very first to focus on U.S. collegiate hockey players as a source of professional talent. For close to 4 decades, Buster was active as a youth hockey coach, championing hockey programs on the East Bay and throughout Rhode Island. He was a founder of the Barrington Youth Hockey Association in the early 70s and among the founders of an adult team of Rhode Island amateurs that represented the state in tournaments throughout New England. Buster's knowledge of the game also saw him serve occasionally as between-periods analyst for televised Boston Bruins games. In 1999, Buster became the founding president of the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society and the catalyst for the tremendous growth and influence of that nonprofit organization. One of the first of its kind and a model for others nationally, the Heritage Society has kept alive both the memories of the Reds' 51-season existence and the significance of the game of hockey in the sports history of Rhode Island. In 2016, Buster continued that path as one of the founding members of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. Buster was previously honored with the Hall's Malcolm Green Chase Trophy, awarded for lifetime contributions of a Rhode Islander to the game of hockey.
We are now joined by Greg Boris, one of the most important men in helping out the Hockey Hall of Fame and helping out putting this event together. So we'll start right there, Greg. How cool is it to have this event now in year 3 for this next generation of hockey players here in Rhode Island?
Well, it's fantastic, and I'm certainly not the only person involved in this. There's a lot of people from Vince Samini all the way down that make this happen. A lot of cooperation. It shows you what can happen when people work together. They share a vision, and here we are, 3rd year's at charm. This is a fantastic event.
What's that journey like in terms of putting something like this together and all the people? Like you said, there's so many faces and people, I'm sure, that have their hands on the operation.
It's a challenge, but it's a labor of love. A lot of people in this state obviously love hockey. As soon as Vin and the board developed this concept, it was accepted at every front. And the beauty of it is, the Hall of Fame is not just a traditional Hall of Fame that recognizes the past. It's all about connecting the past, the present, and the future through ice hockey. And the proceeds from this event benefit our new scholarship program, which we launched last year. So it's a way to help propel those senior hockey players in the state of Rhode Island high school hockey program onto bigger and better things through higher education.
Can you tell me a little more about that scholarship program? And obviously, what a great opportunity that is for these kids as well.
Yeah, we have up to 5 boys and 5 girls, $5,000 scholarships available for seniors in the Rhode Island Interscholastic Hockey League. And it's a way to capture what they've learned in life through hockey, about some of their hockey experiences and some of the life lessons that we learned playing hockey, and to demonstrate that through your traditional scholarship application. And we have a review committee who review every single one of those applications that we get. And it's hard to, I'm on the selection committee, so it's hard to pick them, but it just shows you, after reading them, it's very inspiring to see what these young boys and girls are doing because of hockey.
how can those watching, our audience and people that have supported here in Schneider Arena, or whether they're watching at home, how can they help that scholarship program and everything that you guys do?
They can go to the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame website, follow us on social media, Facebook in particular, and get involved. We have a lot of activities. The annual induction ceremony in August every year, this event. There's such a love for hockey in this state. It's the smallest state in the country, but with one of the biggest contributions to the sport.
Greg, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Zach, thanks for having us. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. We've got more coming up in between our two games here at the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame High School Hockey Showcase. Welcome back to Schneider Arena. Zach Letson with you here, and the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame, responsible for putting this entire event, both these games together this afternoon here in Providence. They are entering their 10th year of existence, 10 years that have flown by, and they ensure that the history, the rich history of hockey in the Ocean State, all that history doesn't go untold.
For its size, Rhode Island has one of our nation's longest and richest hockey histories. The father of ice hockey in the United States, Malcolm Green Chase, was born and raised here. Brown University defeated Harvard in the first intercollegiate hockey game in 1898. The Rhode Island Reds' 1955-56 season was voted the greatest in minor league history. And in 1964, the Pembroke Pandas established our country's first women's collegiate hockey program. This is Dale Arnold. These are just a few of the many historic milestones that mark an illustrious hockey history that has seen more players, coaches, and executives rise to the highest levels of this great game than to any other major sport. From Hope Street capturing Rhode Island's first schoolboy crown in 1903, to Mount St. Charles winning 26 straight state titles, and Providence College winning the 2015 NCAA championship, Rhode Island's hockey heroes have gone on to claim Olympic glory and World Championships gold, earn All-America honors, have their names engraved on the Stanley Cup, and their portraits enshrined with the game's all-time greats. For this reason, the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame was established to pay tribute to those Rhode Island legends who've distinguished themselves with their play and their leadership so that their achievements and example may continue to inspire and pave the way for present and future generations of young men and women who dream of reaching the highest heights of our great game. Please give back what hockey has given to you and support the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame.
All right, back here in between the benches, and we are joined by Vince Samini, one of the main men in putting this entire event together today. And obviously, this is special for this next generation of hockey players. Vin, can you take me a little bit, as someone who oversees it all at the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame, just what quite goes into putting together something like this?
Well, it's a team effort. We've got a great board of directors. This is one of three major things that we do during the course of the year. The major thing that we do for young people. Our board of directors, they work on this for 2-3 months. Sean McNamara kind of leads the way with the organization of all these players. We have over 80 players that play today. All the coaches, it's like herding cats. It's a labor of love for Sean. He's retired now, first year retired, head coach at LaSalle Academy, a girls team. They have the most championships in the girls' league. So it was a big decision for him to leave, but now he's got more time to work on this event. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the board of directors and what kind of impact they have on everything that you guys are able to do?
Well, all of the board of directors, including myself, have been involved in hockey since we were teenagers. I was a rink rat at the Rhode Island Auditorium. A lot of these guys were rink rats as well. They're coaches, they're journalists. Greg Boris, who you just interviewed, was the former communications director for the Florida Panthers and for the New York Islanders. So there's a wealth of experience here. And our mission at the beginning, our first mission, was to create a historical playbook of the illustrious history of Rhode Island hockey, to then catalog it and then showcase it every year. At the end of the year, in August, we have our annual enshrinement event, and before that, we introduce each class. At the end of this month, on February 28th, at the AMP, we'll introduce the class of 2026. It's another great class. We've got enough great classes for the next 20 years. Hockey goes back 126 years. We've been playing here, and this interscholastic league is the oldest interscholastic league in the United States. It started in 1902. We're quite proud of that. And this generation of hockey players, someday, hopefully I'll be here, they'll be named to the Hall of Fame in Rhode Island as well.
So this will be your 9th different class that you'll be inducting in this summer in 2026. Can you tell me a little bit about what that enshrinement ceremony and what that dinner is like that you guys hold in the summer?
We hold it on at Rhodes on the Patuxent. Each year we draw as many as 400 fans, friends, former teammates from really all over North America and beyond. We had somebody come in from Taiwan 2 years ago. It's a 25-hour trip straight here. We get them from Hawaii, from Arizona, many from California where these guys retire, from Florida and so forth. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. And for the high school players and college players, many of them who come to pay tribute to their former teammates haven't seen other guys they played against in as many as 40 and 50 years. So it's a great event. We invite the public to come. It's a wonderful, wonderful event.
Oh, we're in between the benches right now. We just had the girls' game. We got the boys' game coming up shortly, and obviously we get to watch so many talented all-stars take the ice. What kind of opportunity is this for them and help prepare them for what's next in their life?
Well, the landscape of high school hockey has changed in the last 10 years. A lot of kids, the better kids, if they can afford it, go to prep school. And some kids are left behind. That's why we did this. Because some kids can't afford prep school. Some kids don't want to leave their friends. Some kids don't want to leave a team that they've been attached to for 4 years. So we created this event to put the spotlight on them, for college recruiters and coaches to come and see them. And validating that, last year we had over 50 graduating seniors. And of those 50, 31 are playing on college club, varsity teams, and 5 of them in junior hockey. So that's enough validation to say that this works. And the kids are proud of it. It builds them up. It shows that they haven't been forgotten. And that's what makes it worthwhile for all of us to spend that time doing this.
Well, then, congratulations on another great year of this event, and we really appreciate you taking the time with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we've got more coming up here before we get started in game number 2 here at the High School Hockey Showcase. Back here at Schneider Arena, we're under 20 minutes from game number 2 of our high school hockey showcase, and a day that's all about respecting the present and also honoring the past. And Ross Brooks, better known as Brooksy, made history with the Boston Bruins when he made his NHL debut at 36 years old. But his story is so much deeper than that here in the state of Rhode Island.
Ross Brooks. At the age of 36, most hockey players are either looking forward towards retirement or perhaps already playing in the local senior league. Goalie Ross Brooks, on the other hand, did not make his NHL debut until the age of 36 years, 8 days, becoming the 4th oldest debuting rookie goalie in NHL history when he manned the nets for the Bruins against Buffalo, October 25, 1973. Ross was born in Toronto in 1937. He starred for 3 years with the Barrie Flyers of the Ontario Juniors before joining the Washington Presidents of the EHL in 1958, a team owned by future Reds boss Lou Samini. He hopped around for the next 6 seasons with 7 different teams before being signed by the Reds at the start of the 1965 season. Brooksy played 7 seasons in Providence, primarily as a backup for goaltending legends Ed Giacomin and Marcel Paillet, while settling and starting his family here in Rhode Island. His big break came in 1971 when Milt Schmidt signed him with the Boston Bruins, and he and teammate Dan Bouchard would immediately capture the AHL's Harry Hap Holmes Memorial Award for the lowest goals against average with the Boston Braves, the Bruins affiliate. The following season, Boston lost several goaltenders via WHA expansion and trades. The door was open, and Brooksy confidently ran right through, matching an NHL record set in 1920 when he won 14 consecutive games in goal for the Bruins. Ross remained in Boston through 1975 before playing a strong single season with the AHL's powerhouse Rochester Americans, the Bruins' new farm team. He retired after 16 seasons and a career winning percentage among the highest recorded for goalies with 50 or more decisions. Soon after his playing days, Ross was hired in the 1976-77 season as head coach and general manager of the Reds, their last in the team's 51-year history. Ross remained a prominent figure in the Rhode Island hockey scene, conducting hockey clinics at local rinks, coaching the goaltenders at Providence College, and taking the helm at Lincoln High School, coaching his son Chris, and elevating the Lions' success in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League. In 1992, Ross was named Director of Operations with the Providence Bruins after pro hockey returned to the capital city following an 18-year absence. Brooksy's final 19 years in the game were served as rink manager of Providence College's Schneider Arena, retiring in 2021.
So many legends, and we'll talk with Brooksy in between in the first intermission for the boys game coming up here shortly. And when we talk about the history of Rhode Island hockey, Yogi Gardner is a name that so many know, spending nearly 5 decades as a coach here in Rhode Island and leaving an impact that lasts forever.
Edwin Yogi Gardner. The essence of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame's prestigious Malcolm Green Chase Trophy is to recognize selfless dedication and lifetime commitment to the sport of ice hockey. Yogi Gardner, a lifelong resident of Warwick, Rhode Island, has shared that passion with thousands of his hometown's boys and girls since the opening of the city's Thayer Arena more than 50 years ago. His positive impact on their lives, within and outside of the game, is legend, and is echoed in the heartfelt sentiments of those he coached and coached with over the last half-century.
Congratulations on this honor. It's great that you're being recognized in front of our hockey community and all of our friends. I know how much you've meant to me over my time when I was with Warwick Junior Hockey, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure the whole community feels exactly the same way.
Coach, congratulations on this achievement, this well-deserved award. You've had an incredible career. You've impacted the lives of so many kids, not only on the ice, but away from the rink. I always think of, the level you coached at, that Bantam level is so important, not only in hockey careers, but in kids' lives, when you're entering junior high, then going into high school. And I always felt like in that fall season, you got kids ready to play high school hockey. And a lot of us went beyond and played high school. And a lot of that's because of your development in those crucial years. So you deserve this award more than anybody. Congratulations on an incredible, incredible career.
Coach Yogi Gardner, congratulations on the Chase Award, a lifetime support of the youth hockey of Rhode Island. We're really proud of you. Congrats.
Hey, Yogi, congratulations on the Malcolm Green Chase Award. What an honor. All those countless hours you put in over at Joe Warburton Arena and the William Thayer Arena. I had the pleasure for playing for Yogi when I was in 8th and 9th grade. We had the honor to go out in the Tier 2 National Tournament out in Marquette, Michigan, and something that I'll always remember. Yogi led by example. Thanks, Yogi.
Congratulations, Yogi, on this fabulous award. Very well deserved. I've had the pleasure of playing for you, coaching with you, serving on the board with you together at Warwick Junior, and it's been a wonderful ride all the way through. You brighten up the day when I see you at the rink at the end of a long day at work, and you do that for so many people. So many kids have had the benefit of not just your hockey instruction, but you taking a part in their lives and helping them in ways well beyond the rink. So it's a pleasure to be able to congratulate you like this. And somehow you did it all without aging a minute. I always tell you, you look the same as you did when you were my Bantam coach back in the 80s.
Coach, I want to just say a few words about you as a person, as a coach, and thank you for all of your years of service to this great game of hockey. You have been an absolute inspiration for many Rhode Island hockey players, particularly Warwick Junior, and your ability to lead by example and influence many young hockey players along the way, not only on the ice, but more importantly, in their everyday lives, has been absolutely tremendous. Thank you so much for all your years of dedication to all of us. Thanks, Yogi.
Yogi, congratulations. It was a great, great experience for me and my family. I go back so many decades, really, to when you started with Joe Warburton, who I know you loved and he loved you. And both of you were dedicated to the kids. And when I think of how much time you put in, not only for my kids, but for hundreds of kids in Warwick Junior Hockey, it's a fitting tribute to you that the Chase Award go to you for a lifetime achievement in hockey. What a wonderful, wonderful legacy you leave.
Hi, Yogi. I want to say congratulations for being honored tonight. It is so deserved, and proud to say that I was one of your players. The impact that you've had on all the players that you've coached, I know it personally, what you meant to me and what you instilled in me. Those are the things that really helped me become the player that I was able to become. You treated me like a hockey player and not a girl hockey player, and you gave me the confidence to continue to play and to go to the next level. And I just want to thank you for all of that and what you've done for me in my career and what you've done for so many young hockey players in the state of Rhode Island.
Yogi, you're a legend.
Yogi, you're a legend.
Yogi, you're a legend.
You are a legend, Yogi.
You are 100% a legend.
You're a legend, Yogi.
Thanks, Yogi. You're a legend.
Yogi, you are a true legend in this state of Rhode Island and in the hockey world.
Congratulations, Yogi. You are a legend.
You're watching the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame All-Star Showcase, brought to you by University Orthopedics and Regan Heating and Air Conditioning. And now, here is your host, Frank Carpano.
And welcome to Providence College's Schneider Arena for the third annual Hall of Fame High School All-Star Hockey Showcase, the boys game. Frank Carpano, along with former Mount St. Charles coach Dave Balile, will bring you all the action of today's game. Best boys high school hockey players in the state of Rhode Island gather here, split into two different teams for two 25-minute periods for them to kind of show their stuff out here today. And what do you think of the group that's been assembled here today, Dave?
Well, Frank, it's good to be back.
Nice to see you.
And kudos to the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame for giving these kids the opportunity to showcase their talents. I'm excited, just as you are. We're going to see some exciting players out here. They have a chance to play with some different players.
Yep.
And make those players better out on the ice. But today, I'm really interested in seeing all of them provide us with a talent that is going to be extraordinary today, I think.
I don't know if you had a chance to coach an all-star team in just a one-game situation. What is the biggest challenge for a coach and the kids in this type of a game?
Well, I think what you're going to see at the beginning is, they're not used to playing with one another, but they need to use their voices. That's going to be the big key today to make it happen. I think that if they use their voices, call for the puck, I think you're going to see smoother play. But in the beginning, I think they're going to feel each other out. They don't want to do too much too soon. But with an MVP this year in the highlight of the game,
yeah,
maybe I think you might see some more intensity.
Well, you probably have to guard against a lot of one-on-one play out there. Kids who want to score goals, but just as important as it is to score goals is to set up goals. We say that this is a showcase because the idea was to give these kids some exposure to potentially some college coaches who may want to recruit them. So you want to show yourself that you're a team player out there.
Yeah, you do. But the tendency is you got an opportunity to showcase your talent, and they certainly are going to do that today. But I think what you'll see today, and I see it in Rhode Island hockey, I think you're going to see the movement of the puck. I really do. I think that's Rhode Island brand of hockey. It's not a selfish brand. It's a team brand. And these kids who have gotten here today, but Frank, is because they are good teammates and leaders.
Well, I got to put a little disclaimer out there because the names of the teams out there today are named after Hall of Famers. There's a team Eccleston, and there's, how do you say this name? Is it Balile?
Yes,
a team
Balile, yes.
Will be out in the white shirt. So you're going to be impartial. Can you let everybody know that that's going to be the case today?
No, it will not be. Coach Eccleston and Coach Balile, you can't get better than that. Two Hall of Famers. And, they taught the game the right way. They taught team play, they taught tradition, and I think we're going to see it today.
Well, we certainly miss both of those guys, your dad and Team Eccleston. All right, let's head over now. Let's turn the microphone over to the PA announcer here at the Schneider Arena, Mike Mancuso.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise if able and join our student athletes, coaches, and officials for the singing of the national anthem by the Boston Bruins singer Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, who were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Todd Angeli with the national anthem, giving us a big-time feel to today's festivities, the All-Star Hockey Showcase, 3rd edition, played here at Providence College's Schneider Arena. Great opportunity for these boys to play with other kids who are considered the best hockey players in the state of Rhode Island on this in this great facility, Schneider Arena. So we're getting ready to start this one off. I want to point out the officials for today's game is Chris Lucier, Mike Schmidt, and Mike Adamo. So each team has an honorary coach. For Team Balile, that is going to be Hall of Famer Bill Army. The head coaches, Mike Boyajian, Sean Tingley, and Chris Sullivan, Dave Monty. For the other team that'll be in the dark jerseys, that's Team X. The honorary coach is another Hall of Famer just inducted, and that would be Ross Brooks, who I have to tell you a story later about Ross Brooks. Head coaches Matthew Brannon and Anthony Simeone. So great to have them all on hand here today. We'll be getting interviews with Bill Army and Ross Brooks. Hear from them. Ross, who actually ran this building for many times.
Right.
So here's my story as we wait for the start of this game. Many years ago, I was in high school, and I knew that I wanted to do this. So in the rink town that I lived in, Sudbury, Massachusetts, there was a group of Boston Bruins who came to play a little exhibition game. And I went in with my little trusty tape recorder, a little cassette recorder to interview, and the goaltender in that game was Ross Brooks. So he was like one of my first professional athlete interviews. I remind him of that all the time, just to point out that you're a lot older than I am, Ross. So great guy.
Great guy.
All right, we are underway with the boys game on the 2026 Rhode Island Boys High School All-Star Showcase game. And it will be Team Balile going from right to left. Team Eccleston from left to right, as the puck now down in the Team Eccleston end. And breaking out Team Eccleston off to the left side, now centering. Still waiting for a first shot on net. First 2 years of this event, it was 20-minute periods. This year, 25 minutes.
Nice pass right there.
All right, break in front, and the shot on nets by number 17, Brock Carroll, is stopped for our first shot on net.
Yes, and a good save right there. Look at that nice play, and he goes right to the forehand, and just a smooth save right there. Beautiful. You know, Morgan Campbell's done a really good job for his team. That's kept him in the playoff hunt, and that was another great save by him.
He is on the Naraho High School team, which is a co-op team.
Yeah.
Kind of an acronym for the schools that comprise that Naraho team. And now it's Team Eccleston breaking out down on the right side. Puck thrown on net and turned aside. Back out on the point. Another shot in front, and oh boy, just missing there was Alex Pickering.
Yeah, Alex, good player, right out of North Smithfield. He too with the co-op, but one of the leading scorers in the States.
All right, quickly back comes Team Balile. Along the boards, neutral zone, and taking it away, Team Eccleston, dumping it into the zone, and here comes number 26. That would be Tyler Almeida. Quickly back the other way. At center ice and into the zone, but now controlled by Team Eccleston.
I think what we're seeing here is it's a little bit of a scuffle right now. They need to spread it out, which I think they will once they get their their first couple shifts in. But right now they seem to be bunching up, but they need to spread it out. But I do see some nice headman passing so far.
Shot over the net by Brady Scanlon.
Now he's the leading scorer overall in the state of Rhode Island, so watch for him, Frank. He's a really good player.
Back the other way, and almost pulled aside was Austin Dufresne. Deep now in the zone, thrown in front, picked off.
Nice snap pass right there. Beautiful.
Right across. Dumped deep. Hayden Anderson around the boards, and out comes Team Balile.
Nice forechecking there by Dylan Skirka.
Now 1-on-4. Quick glove save that was off to the side of the net. Nice crisp passes here in this game as we are just underway in the first of 2 periods. Breaking through, and now number 25, Braden Schwenkamp.
And in the net, Frank, for Team Balile, you get Zachary Fontenot from Hendricken. He's done an incredible job this year for Hendricken, who again is on top of the leaderboard in the state of Rhode Island. But he has 6 shutouts, Frank.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the backstopper over there. It's so much easier to play the game when you have a goaltender like him.
Absolutely, and I think we're going to have an icing call, our first, as 21:04 left in this first period. Again, 2 periods played in this all-star game, both 25 minutes in duration. Frank Carpano, Dave Balile here with the call of this game, 3rd annual. Coaches of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League high school boys hockey teams get to pick their all-stars that comprise the teams that you see here today.
And what a treat for them to get these unis. They get to keep them, and they get to play and show their talents in the great state of Rhode Island.
Pass in front, loose puck. Still in front. Someone trying to gain control here. And finally out comes Team Balile. Into the zone, down the right side, stopping a nice drop pass and knocked away.
And you get Mason Crane, former All-Stater over there last year. He led his team, Hendricken, in the state championship. He's back again, him and his brother. He's just a great puck mover back there on defense. It's such a pleasure to have a defenseman like him to be able to move the puck.
In the zone now, trying to set something up. New defenseman comes on. It's number 14, Brady Quirk. Now bouncing puck, gathered up, and Cole Pollard knocks it out.
Great. Watch Brady's. He can play this game over at South Kingston. His team right now is, a little below in the standings, but he logs serious minutes, almost the whole game, and he can play up, he can play forward. He's their leading point getter. He's just a pleasure to watch. So keep your eye on him, Frank, number 14 out there.
A lot of good battles already established here, just 5 minutes into this one. Behind the net, now back out to the point. Dumped back in deep, and they'll regroup. Team
We had some good defense there. Number 14 and 15, both of them North Kingston defensemen out there. They've done a great job for North Kingston, as you saw right there in front of that net. They were the protectors of the goal. Great job by both of them.
A little drop pass, nobody there, and here comes Team Eccleston.
That would be Sullivan and Van Gordon. I mean, they're just good defensemen. And that's what we're seeing right now. Good defensive play, part of the game.
Shot from the points, wide of the net. Puck goes around the boards, and in the neutral zone, finally into the Team Eccleston zone. And
nice play right there by Pokecheck, by Max Ionetta from Cumberland, only a junior. Solid defenseman.
Approaching 18 minutes to go in the first period. We're still yet to see our first goal. Pretty evenly matched. They go back and forth here at Schneider Arena. And offside the call. Dave, what do you think of the level of play in high school hockey as compared to 10, 20 years ago, with kids now opting to go to prep schools? And
yeah, there's so many leagues out there, Frank. You've got the junior programs, you get the prep school, and it's what's happening is we have to co-op here in Rhode Island to give these kids an opportunity, because if they didn't, then the kids wouldn't be able to play. So I think it's a great idea. You know, when you're in youth hockey, you know, you're playing with most of the time kids from other towns anyways, so it still gives them an opportunity. I know, you know, you've got your established teams, the Hendrickens, the Sal's, you know, then you know, that's different. But even they, you know, they have kids from everywhere too. So, you know, I think the level of play, obviously, as we can see, is not as strong. But that's because the numbers were so much more rich back then. But what I'm seeing is kids out here enjoying themselves, playing for the schools that they go to school at, and you know what? They're building friendships. They're playing the game they love, and it's the same game. It may be a level not what it used to be, but it's still a pride game, and they're still fighting for a championship, and they're all fighting for one another, and that's the beauty of this game. Because they,
great competition.
It is. It just is.
But you know, have we seen the last of the type of player like you know, Brian Lawton, overall first pick in the NHL draft back in the 80s, the first American drafted #1. Brian Berard, Brian Boucher, all the Bryans. Where did they go to school?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was different. It was different back then, because of the opportunity was to go to high school, was because the programs here in Rhode Island, not only Mount St. Charles, Hendricken, Cranston, you know, LaSalle. Sure. You could go Burrillville. I mean, there's a beauty.
And there's a nice goal there, the first of the game. And it is scored by Team Balile, number 17, Brock Carroll, hanging out by the nets, and he puts one home for a 1-0
What a nice
lead.
He stayed with it, too. He didn't leave the area where you're going to score goals. Gets a nice pass, and he tucks it home. Nice job right there. A beautiful goal. You know, he was persistent, Frank. You know, he had that first opportunity, went wide, wait for his partner to give him a pass, and then he made a quick shot to the far corner.
And
nice goal.
Held his ground.
He sure did.
Had two defensemen there and couldn't move him, and he certainly was rewarded for his patience.
Yes. And Brock, one of the leaders on that Barrington team. Nice goal.
Well, that seems to have lit a fire under Team Eccleston as they try and score. And nice save, and the puck underneath the defenseman, and now breaking out. Nope, kept in the zone by number 7, Andrew Kutu. And here comes Team Balile on the right side, trying to break in. Nobody out front, looking back out to the point. In front, the tip, and it goes over the nets. Nice play. Unfortunately, did not score. Still in the zone. Great job here by these guys. Back into the zone comes to Clarence Sullivan. Sullivan dumps it in deep.
See the way he protected that puck. That was a nice play by Declan.
And the shots coming in from the points for that shot was Mason Crane, and the whistle blows. So we are now 10 minutes in, 14:56 to go first period. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Schneider Arena, first period of this boys all-star game. Team Balile in the white jerseys, Team Eccleston in the dark jerseys. And a 1-0 lead for Team Balile. Breakout now, swiftly through the neutral zone and into the Team Balile zone, back behind the net.
Nice play by Jacob Sylvester right there, circling that net with his head up, and he's got it back again. Jacob, one of the leading scorers in the state of Rhode Island. Jacob Sylvester from Smithfield.
Iannetta, and the puck spinning, gathered in by Team Balile. And that one cleared, and we're going to have icing, I think. Yes, I didn't know whether anybody else, one of the Team Balile guys, touched it. So the teams will change up here. I mentioned the coaches who are behind the bench today. And we have some fans here. Oh, that's nice. The Henrican goalie is cute. Well, we can add that to our fact sheet, Dave.
Ain't good. I can tell you, Zach Brown, no, I can tell you before, 7 shutouts. He's got a save percentage of .963, which is, and his goals against is .79.
Oof, wow.
Yeah, he.
What year is he?
He is a senior.
Senior.
And Morgan was it down in the other net. Morgan Campbell, he's having a fabulous season also, Frank. You know, he's got a 2.14, and he says, you know, that's pretty good in itself. You know, so I mean, these goal stoppers and these showcases, you know, we don't normally see a lot of defense, but today we are. So I'm liking it.
All right, back into the zone, toss in front, and gloved by the goaltender. Great play there. Are you strategy-wise, are you a skate the puck in or a dump and chase?
Well, that was a nice play right there by Brady Quirk. He just wanted to get that puck to the net. He saw one of his teammates going there, but you know, Morgan Campbell had the nice glove, picked it off.
Save in front. Back comes Team Eccleston. Another shot sticked away into the corner. Back again, another stick save.
There's a nice keeping by Lawson from Moses Brown. He's a steady defenseman from Frank Feedy down there. If Moses Brown stays at home. Whoa.
Ooh, dangerous. And he got lucky. Boy, did he get lucky. Wow. Put that puck back out in front, and there was somebody there he wasn't expecting to be there.
That's right. Yeah, usually the job is to put that, you know, puck behind the net, not to the front of the net. But he did recover to make an incredible save. But normally, Frank, you want to take that puck, either cover it with traffic coming towards you or put it behind. And he put it towards the front of the net. So lessons learned, but he made the play. He made the save.
Nice. One nothing Team Balile.
Oh, nice play there by Caleb Carpenter. And he gets it himself.
Carpenter in on the backhand, drops it.
Drop pass.
Oh, and Monty just can't control it and puts it in the corner.
Yeah, that Monty Bromwich from Pilgrim, we got to watch them, Frank. They're one of the leading scorers, both of them in the state of Rhode Island, and Pilgrim's having a great year. They're in the top 3 in the state, top division, so I'm going to look forward to seeing those two. I see they were playing together out there, so maybe we'll get some magic.
No, it's nice to see when the public schools come on.
I agree.
Have good seasons.
Yes. It was Tollgate that ended our streak way back in the day. Great team. Great team from Tollgate.
Was that your team competed against Sarah DaCosta when she played for Tollgate, right?
Yes, she wasn't that team, but she was tremendous. Sarah was the goaltender for years for Coach Mike Gaffney in Tollgate. Built that program up to the point where they ended our streak.
Well, fortunately, great saves.
Great saves right there. Again, Campbell, right on the spot, top of his crease, making a nice save, gathering the rebound. It's a good job right there.
Here it is again.
right out to the point. And watch how he comes out. He's way at the top of his crease. Good job, and he's in good position for the rebound. Well played.
In tight now, another good save there by Campbell, and the breakout.
Oh, he's flying.
He is flying. Down in front,
Great
outskates
save.
the defense, and a beautiful save there by
Connor Rogers
Fontenot.
from Portsmouth, one of our better players in the state. He has speed, as you just saw. But again, you know, Fontenot with great save. Didn't get anything to shoot at. Took it to the backhand, to the forehand, and just another great save.
down into the corner. Fournette giving chase. Loose puck, bouncing. Who's got it? And it's going to be controlled by Team Eccleston, but broken up. Nice play there by Mason Horseman. Throws it in front, and that loose puck is covered up by the goaltender for Team Eccleston.
Nice shift by Mason. Some good forechecking. Stayed with the puck and got a nice shot on net right there.
Well, you know,
I'm seeing a lot of tenacity out here today.
Absolutely.
You know, as you can tell by the score, usually, you know, the highest the score games in these All-Stars, you just don't see any commitment to defense. I'm seeing a lot of commitment, and I'm liking it.
Well, it's kind of traditional that any All-Star game, regardless of the sport, is high scoring.
Yeah.
But this pretty tightly played, at least so far, here in the first period. Oh, in front. Oh.
Good defense right there.
Fournette couldn't
Nice
get his stick clear.
Yeah. Connor Sullivan with a nice lift of the stick just before he was going to shoot.
Breakout now. Finally here comes
Nice
Team
pass
Eccleston.
right there.
Breaking in the shots.
Another good save.
Another great save. The
Yeah,
shot on net. Cole Polar. Jacob Faria now in the Team Eccleston net,
Change
I
him
believe.
on the fly. We got to catch that.
Actually down the other end here. No, it's actually Wyatt Gelsire who's in the Team Balile net. Campbell remains the goaltender in the Team Eccleston net. All right.
Nice pass right there by Charles Van Gordon. Starting the play up.
So we're curious to see how they're going to play the goaltenders, one per period, or switch them up. Nothing wrong with moving them back and forth over the course of this, what turns out to be a 50-minute game over 2 periods.
We get the two Lincoln boys out there that leading their team in scoring. Toby Almeida and
another top team in the state.
Yeah, it's, you know, I was looking at the standings and I've been following it closely. Division II is really packed. Anybody's game. You've got 5 or 6 teams up at the top.
Backhand fired wide. Out top, and that makes its way through and knocked away.
Good shift out there.
Down in the corner on his backhand, trying to get free. And now dug out by Team Eccleston. And out they come. Alex Pickering gets it poked away. Waiting for the white shirts to clear the zone. Now dumped back in as Team Balile switches. Cross ice pass, too long. And then back the other way it goes.
And there's Coach Gaffney's boy, number 8. John, senior defenseman. Good puck mover of the game. A great traditional name, the Gaffneys.
Absolutely. Well, when Sarah DeCosta played for Tollgate back then for Mike Gaffney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There weren't opportunities for girls the way there are now. Sarah playing on the boys team.
Obviously, we know the story of Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Olympian.
2-time medal winner.
Oh, boy.
Gold and silver, playing for Team USA. So obviously that was a great foundation for her to get to where she got in her career.
Yeah, speaking to speaking to her and knowing her, she appreciates what Michael brought to the table. You know, Mike brought a lot of intensity and that competitive spirit that you needed for this game, and his teams from Toge certainly possessed that every time we played them, that's for sure.
Back into the zone, Team Balile looking in front, and the bouncing puck is knocked away by the Team Eccleston defense, but another shot in front. Point blank turned away. Through the crease to the other side of the ice, and still battling here, Team Balile. Already up 1-0, and in front, the shots. What a wicked wrist shot there by Caleb Carpenter.
That was a good shift, both sides. You had good defense in front of the net. Max Ionetti, I should say Ionetta, made a nice defensive play earlier in that shift. And again, we're seeing some really good goaltending by Morgan Campbell. Not giving up the rebounds, Frank. It's important.
Oh, and that's closed the zone, so everybody has to clear. Controlled now by Team Eccleston and picked off. Still in the zone. Still on the attack is Team Balile.
Good forechecking shift right there. Nice outlet pass. See if we can create a 2-on-1.
Thrown in front, knocked away. Deep in the zone. Stopped, thrown out in front, but knocked away by the defense.
Nice try there by Addison.
Team Balile fails to clear. Hayden Anderson, long pass, and that will be turned aside, so no icing. There's a stop by the goaltender in the crease. Oh, and we're going to have our first penalty. And that will go to Rodney Fournette as he trips or hooks. Let's see what the official calls here. And tripping is the call. So we'll see Team Eccleston going on the man advantage here for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, right there. Andrew with a good move inside out. Took it to the outside. He got tripped. You know, he's going for the puck, but he ended up getting the trip. Let's see what we can do on the power play here.
Yeah, 5-on-4. We'll see if Team Eccleston can get even here as they set up now in the middle.
Nice try.
Keep it in. Sharp pass across in front, knocked away, and cleared out of the zone. And
good penalty kill right now. Austin Dufresne doing a nice job of bottling up the middle of the ice.
All right, Team Eccleston gathers themselves and now on the move into the zone. Looking in front, dumped back to the point, nobody there, but finally skating over is Jeffrey Larson. Dumped deep. Shot off the post. Less than a minute to go in the penalty.
You got the Smithfield connection out there. Look out, Frank. We got Ryan Cavanaugh and Jacob Sylvester. They've worked well together all season. Looking at their score sheets, it seems like every time one scores, the other one gets an assist and back and forth. So that's what makes this game beautiful. Unselfish play.
30 seconds to go in the Team Eccleston man advantage.
Here he goes.
There he goes.
Sylvester.
Jacob Sylvester with a shot and the glove save
by
Wyatt Skelzizer. So Mount St. Charles, what was it, 26 straight?
26 in a row.
And then you had won a number of games in a row. It was a streak that went for a long time. 100 games in a row. Wow. What was that like?
It was good.
Yeah, I know it was good, but did you feel the pressure mounting the more games that you won in a row just to keep it going?
You know, one thing my Coach Balile, he took it period by period, game by game, and never looked at streaks or, you know, previous championships. He always taught the same motto: you work hard, play for each other, you know, and play for the team.
And the kids took a lot of pride, and I'm sure that they didn't want to be the
ones. No,
ones
they didn't, Frank.
who,
the seniors didn't want to give up, you know, that they knew the streak. I can tell you that much. Being part of that program for so long and being an assistant, and they didn't. They just did not want to be that, you know, that team that lost the streak.
5 seconds left in the man advantage. From the point now, the wrist shot tipped aside. And Team Balile breaking into the zone, dumping it deep.
Nice keeping right there, beauty.
Little wrist shot through a screen. Nice stop.
Yeah, Austin McCarty with a nice play, Frank, to step up and play that puck off his foot and get a nice shot on net.
Nice shot by the Barrington Jr. All right, we're going to take a little break here as we're winding down the first period. More after this. Welcome back to PC Schneider Arena as we are winding down period number 1 of this boys All-Star Hockey Showcase game. Frank Harpano along with Dave Balile. Glad you're along with us in what has been a well-played first period.
Well played, Frank. Well played.
1-0 Team Balile as Team Eccleston here on the attack. Nice to see no bunching up here.
Nice job by Nick Pelosi right there, Frank. Has, you know, he's one of those Lincoln guys that doesn't quit.
Into the zone, quick pass to the middle, knocked away. Quick pass and the save there after Evan Polasek.
Nice shift.
With a shot.
Well, Frank, we're seeing a well-played first half of this game. A lot of passing, a lot of good shots on net, unselfish play. And positionally, the early going was a little bunchy, but its positioning's been fantastic out here.
Nice. Well, I don't know if they've told you, but you have one very fun thing to do at the end of the game. You'll be picking the Jersey Mike's player of the game at the end of our game here today. So keep an eye out.
Yeah.
See if you think the way that Dave Balile thinks. Pressure, a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Pass in front, knocked away. Loose puck in front, and then skated off by Finn O'Connor. Still doesn't clear the zone.
Nice job by Hayden Anderson right there to keep that puck in.
Jackson
Get an opportunity right here. Good dish.
In front. Monty giving chase on the left side. And decides to shoot it off the chest protector of the goaltender. Minute to go here in the period. Got some interviews and some great videos for you coming up in between periods. Hope you'll stick around for that.
That was a good shift by that Pilgrim connection again, Frank.
And breaking in all alone here on the backhand, and the dump off Can't control it. In deep. Scanlon can't connect with anybody, and the puck bounces back into the Eccleston zone.
That was another nice play by Brock Carroll. You heard his name a lot today. He's done a nice job on defense.
Here's an opportunity for Team Balile. They can't control. In front.
pass.
Oh, nice pass, but nothing that Cullen Crane could do with that.
No, just a nice step up by John Gaffney to get a stick in that before the shot went towards the net. That's a good period, Frank.
Very good period. 1-0 for Team Balile. Is a very well-played first period of play. We still have another 25-minute period to go as the boys now will head to the locker room. We'll get a fresh sheet of ice. And how would you sum up this first period of play, Dave?
I was very, very pleased. I think all the kids out there gave it their best effort, and I think they played the game they've been taught. You know, that Rhode Island hockey, they're moving the puck, they're back checking, they're playing well defensively. You're seeing the defensemen in this game protecting the front of the net, rather than jumping into the play too early. I'm very impressed by the way this game is going. And I mean, we've gotten 3-4 passes up the ice before they even enter the zone. I mean, that's the way the game should be played, and I'm very, very pleased.
Well, a lot of these kids we mentioned maybe playing with each other for the first time, but as they come up the youth hockey ranks and in other leagues that they play in outside of the Interscholastic League, there's a good chance that they have played with each other, which makes it a little bit easier to connect, in this game here.
Yeah, it's a small state. It sure is. But you can see that, they're familiar with one another. So, but I got to give credit to the coaches. Give the credit to the Rhode Island coaches too. They're doing a great job with these kids because I see great positional play, good skill, good teamwork. So kudos to the coaches in Rhode Island.
All right, we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back with more of the High School Hockey Showcase right after this.
In between periods of the boys' game, and we're in between the benches with two legends to my left. Ross Brooks, Bill Army. What is this day like for you guys, and how have you been enjoying this event as honorary coaches?
I think it's great for the kids. I think what they do for the high school kids is great. Give them this atmosphere, and it gives them something to really look forward to and hope they appreciate what they got.
What's this event today mean to you, Bill?
I love the excitement that they have, and it brings back that excitement when you make a team, how proud you are just to be able to be selected and then to get out there and perform. They all know each other, and they're just playing hard together, and that's just exciting. Like Brooksy said, it's a great, it's a kind of a thrill for them and for everybody watching.
Talking about being proud, you guys are both members of the newest class of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. What does that mean to each of you, and how proud, how does that feel?
It means we're old, number one.
You beat me to it.
It's a great honor, it really is, and it's a pleasure to be a part of Rhode Island and their hockey atmosphere. You can't say much about it other than that. It's just an honor.
It's all about, hockey and Rhode Island hockey. I started watching this guy with the Reds, and I went to East Providence High and played in the youth leagues in Edgewood and East Providence, and it's just Rhode Island hockey, and it's a great community, and it's exciting. That's what it means to us.
You each had tremendous playing careers, but you've both given so much back to the game here in Rhode Island and right here where we're standing at Schneider Arena. How rewarding has that been to help out the next generation and hockey players to follow you here in Rhode Island?
Well, I think it means a lot to both of us, but I remember coaching Lincoln High School, and I enjoyed that as much as playing sometimes. The kids were great. It was a great atmosphere all the time, and the school was terrific to us. I just thought it was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's just, it's exciting to be working with the players and to take what you've learned and what you've shared and to share it with them, and then they put their own modern spin on it, and you see hockey evolve, and that's awesome.
Well, it's been awesome talking to you guys, and a real awesome event that we have here with the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. Thank you both so much for your time and everything.
Well, thank you very much for having us. It's a pleasure. It really is.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, and it'll be even more of a pleasure if my team beats his.
Well, Team Balile, named after, of course, Bill Balile, and one of the most unbreakable records in Rhode Island hockey, 26 consecutive state titles. Let's learn more about the man who the team that we're seeing today is named after.
Normand Bill Balile. In over 5 decades as the head coach at Mount St. Charles Academy, Normand Bill Balile transformed his alma mater into one of the country's most famous prep programs, winning 32 state championships over a 42-year period. A native of Manville, Rhode Island, Bill grew up playing pond hockey in northern Rhode Island before entering Mount St. Charles, where he played on their 1947 state championship team. His successes on the bench included a national record 25 consecutive state championships, a run that began just 2 years after Bill took over the coaching reins for the Mounties. With over 1,000 wins in his career, Bill led the Mounties to 10 consecutive national titles and transformed the lives of numerous young men who took the ice under his watch. A 2016 inductee into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame, Bill guided the development of more than 20 players who would eventually be drafted by the NHL. These include 4 who joined him in this charter class of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame: Brian Lawton, Brian Berard, Matthew Schneider, and Keith Carney.
All right, back at Schneider Arena, we'll step aside and be back with more in between periods for the boys hockey game here at the High School Hockey Showcase. Well, we just talked with Brooksy and Billy Army. Billy Army, a 3-time All-State selection at East Providence and one of the greats here in this area. Let's learn more about his legendary career.
Bill Army. Bill Army was born in East Providence on September 11, 1957. He is the 4th member of one of Rhode Island's most famous hockey families to be honored by the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame, following his grandfather and famed Rhode Island Reds trainer George Army, his father Tom, and younger brother Tim. Growing up, Billy's older brother Tom Jr., himself a hockey star at Wesleyan University, needed someone to shoot at, so Billy started his hockey journey in goal. Later, after giving up the pads and switching to forward, Bill starred in hockey programs of both the Edgewood and East Providence Youth Hockey Associations. He went on to become a 3-time All-State selection at his hometown East Providence High School, playing with the likes of Ron, Brad, and Randy Wilson. In 1975, he led the Interscholastic League in scoring and the Townies to both the Rhode Island State and New England Championship titles, before accepting a scholarship to play with the Boston College Eagles. A crafty center and prolific scorer, Bill scored 64 goals over his NCAA career,
earning All-American honors in 1980 while serving up assists to future NHL great and U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer Joe Mullen. Together, they led their team to the 1978 NCAA championship game. In his senior year, Bill spearheaded the Eagles to a school record for most wins and a #1 ranking for most of the season. He was voted team MVP that year and also earned All-American, All-East, and All-New England honors. Bill was the recipient of the Walter Brown Award as the best American-born player in New England college hockey. After graduating, Bill signed with the Rochester Americans of the American Hockey League, where he split time with the Amerks and the Port Huron Flags, bringing up an impressive 15 goals and 25 assists over his debut season. Bill wrapped up his professional career in 1982 as the top American player with the International Hockey League's Flint Generals. Like his father and brothers, Bill entered the coaching ranks after retirement, most notably at the Pomfret School in Connecticut, alongside another Rhode Island hockey legend and Brown Hall of Famer, Don Eccleston. Bill was inducted into the Boston College Varsity Hall of Fame in 1986 and the East Providence High School Hall of Fame in 2005.
Bill Army, Ross Brooks, part of the 8th iteration, the 8th class that the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame welcomed this past summer. And the 9th class will be coming in summer of 2026, but let's learn more about the entirety of the 2025 class of the Hall of Fame inductees. So many great careers and great people to honor. That's what the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame is all about. We talked about Team Balile. Team Eccleston as well, named after a legend and someone that you can't tell the story of Burrillville High School or Providence without him, a savant and legend of the game.
Tom Eccleston Jr. It's hard to imagine Burrillville, with its dozens of ponds and lakes, without its high school hockey team. But the fact is, it didn't have one until Tom Eccleston Jr. came along and started it in 1940. After going winless in their first season, Eccleston's team reached the state finals against Mount St. Charles in only its second year. They would go on to win 16 state and 5 New England championships. But hockey was only one part of Eccleston's remarkable legacy. Born in England, he started as a soccer player at Moses Brown and Brown University before his teaching days at Burrillville High School. He would go on to coach over 2,200 hockey, football, and baseball games at the schoolboy, prep school, men's amateur, and collegiate levels, winning championships at every level along the way. Taking over as head coach at Providence College in 1956, Eccleston helped the Friars climb the ladder of the Eastern College Hockey Elite. In 1964, his final year at the Friars' helm, PC won their first ECAC title and reached the NCAA Final Four for the first time. That year, Tom received the Spencer Penrose Award as the nation's top collegiate hockey coach. Retiring as Barville School's superintendent in 1972, Tom returned to coaching at the Hill School in Pennsylvania, compiling a 185, 57, and 12 record in 11 seasons. He turned the Hill into a Northeastern prep school power. In 1984, Tom returned home once again to take the reins of the Barville Broncos, who had fallen on hard times in his absence. He quickly resurrected the program, leading them to 4 Netby championships in 5 seasons before his final retirement in 1990. That year, the American Hockey Coaches Association honored Tom with the Snooks Kelly Founders Award for lifetime contributions to the game.
All right, back here in Schneider Arena, and to learn more about the Team Eccleston that we see here on the ice, happy to be joined by one of the head coaches for Team Eccleston, Anthony Simeone. This is obviously a unique experience for everybody, players, coaches. What sticks out about this event to you in terms of, you've obviously done a lot of coaching, but what's different about coaching this group of boys here?
Yeah, I think for an event like this, you have the state's best of the best, and I think, these guys spend every weekend going against each other, battling it out. So an event like this, when they can come together as a teammate and kind of play with each other, make some friends, make some memories, I think that's what's best is you take guys playing against each other, you put them together, and, they have a lot of fun out there. So.
How cool is this for the state of hockey in Rhode Island, right? 3rd year that we've had this event here. What does that do for the next generation of hockey players here in the state?
Yeah, I think an event like this, I'm so glad we're doing it. Like I said, you get the best kids in the state here. So it's great for the youth guys to come here and they can sit and they can watch and see an event like this and, inspire them to hopefully one day want to come out here, play for their high school, and kind of hope to play in this game one day too.
And then for you personally, what does it mean to you to be a part of this event, to be behind the bench and to kind of see all this unfold?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be able to, coach 2 of my kids that are out here, get to coach with a guy who coached me in high school. I get to meet a couple of legends like Brooksy and Army here. So for me, I'm just honored they asked me, honored to be on the bench, and honored to watch these kids play.
Coach, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we've got second period coming up, so we'll send it back upstairs to Frank. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Zach. Great job. And we are ready for the final 25 minutes, the second period of this high school hockey showcase game. The best boys hockey players in the state of Rhode Island squaring off, and what a game it has been so far. 1-0, Team Balile leading Team Eccleston.
How about that for an all-star game?
Ooh.
1-0.
All right, away we go. Sharp passes. Oh, and here we go, all alone, breaking in and knocked away.
Again.
Wow.
What a nice play right there. Outstanding defensive play.
Jackson Monty breaking in alone and then back down the other end. An opportunity here for Team Eccleston. Great defensive play there to break up that breakaway.
Yeah, John Gaffney paid the price, landed on his back, but an incredible defensive play to save a goal or a good shot on net.
Back down the other end, trying to get something going for Team Eccleston, but out comes Team Balile. Monty again, little shots turned away. There's a no-look shot there that time. Team Eccleston up the left side, dumps it in. Taken away, loose puck. And misfire and a goal. Wow.
What a nice pass right there by Silvestri.
Ryan Kavanaugh with the goal as the giveaway by Team Balile. And we've got a tie game, 1-1. Here it is again.
Well, here you got good forechecking right here. A beautiful pass by Silvestri. And a good finish right there by his teammate, Ryan Kavanaugh. The Smithfield connection. They've been doing it all year. Well done.
Little lazy pass, unfortunately, for Team Balile, results in the Team Eccleston goal that ties it here at 1. All right. And we have an icing call. Bring it back down the other end. Well, you got to be careful. Can't be lazy with those passes.
No, but I like the way that Silvestri approached that forecheck. You know, he forced him into a situation right there where he didn't have another play. He should have used it around the boards, Frank, but he thought he had an avenue. But just a nice play. Just a nice play by Silvestri.
See if that puts a spark in either team now as the game tied. All right, here comes Team Balile down the right side. Shot, blocker save. And poked away by Austin Dufresne. Dufresne looking in front and skated off on the play by Cole Power. Loose puck.
Oh, nice move.
Very nice move in front. And the goal. Wow, what a play there by number 27, Austin Dufresne. Wow.
What a nice curl and drag between the legs. Austin Dufresne, what a play. Got to see this again on this replay. You're going to see some beautiful handwork. Avoids the check, sweeps it to his forehand, one-handed to his forehand. Look at this play, Frank. He avoids the check right between the legs and then takes it away from the poke check and slides it in. That's a highlight film right there.
Nice.
Man.
Now back the other end, an opportunity and a save in front. Loose puck, back to the point. A shot and a glove save and a good one. Oh, man. Some great action going here in period 2.
Oh, boy. What a great Wyatt
Gelsizer.
What a great save right there, Frank. Wow, we're getting some good action both ends of the ice.
But a 2-1 Team Balile lead here. This is what happens when you put the best players in the state of Rhode Island together out on the ice.
Yeah, great save right there by Wyatt. God, it's having a great season, 6-1 down there in East Greenwich, and just doing a great job. You can see why these kids were selected by the play that's happening out here, Frank. This has been really crisp hockey. We're seeing good defense, good goaltending. We're making some nice offensive plays. You don't really see any individual, plays except what we just saw right there, which was just fantastic. But that was from hard work. No end-to-end rushes in this one, Frank. We're moving it.
Clearing pass, still in the zone, goes back deep. Bouncing puck, and we have a whistle.
Off the netting. Geez, I'd like to see a 2 out of 3 series with these two teams.
It has been a good one.
It has been a real good one.
This is the 3rd annual event here put on by the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. They do a great job. And glove save, another whistle.
Nice play by Evan Polachek from Burrville. Solid defenseman, tough. Plays the position perfectly. He was looking at that blue line, waiting for some loose garbage to come out. He did a nice job. Got it on net.
Oh, shot in front. Turned away. Great opportunity there by Braden Swankamp.
Yeah, right off the faceoff, Frank. Braden made a nice play.
A lot of these kids doing well, showing themselves and the great talent that they have to hopefully recruiters who are either here or watching our stream. Another shot and another save. A lot of these kids who have played in the first 2 years of this annual event have gone on to play college hockey.
Yeah, they have. That was a nice save by Alan Jaffe, who's just come into the game, Frank. Solid netminder for Moses Brown, who's having a good season. Look at the way how he smothers that puck, no rebound.
Another shot in front, turned away.
That was a nice pass by Logan Addison behind that net. A little stop and go and made a nice pass out front. Seen some great plays.
Pass in front, shot off the defenseman, bouncing in the corner.
Nice block by Ethan Almeida in that play.
And icing called here. Well, you know, we've done a lot to showcase the Hall of Famers who have already been inducted, and who knows, you know, the kids that you're seeing out here today, one day might be a Hall of Famer, the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh, their journey's just begun, Frank.
Yes.
You know, these kids will go on. Maybe they'll go and play some more hockey in juniors, or maybe they'll go play club hockey, whatever they, or maybe even go out and, like I said, 2 more years. Nobody's coming out of high school anymore, Frank. To go play college hockey.
That's true.
It's just all over. So, you know, some of these kids will pursue other avenues for the next couple of years, and who knows? We see a lot of talent out here, Frank. You know, there's a lot of seniors out here that are going to be playing college hockey somewhere. Like I said before, there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Well, it's great that NBC 10 can give them some exposure here.
Yes, thank you for 10 for doing this. It's a thrill for them. They'll be able to go home and watch it, which is great. Nice pass
shot
right
in
there.
Front, and loose puck.
Cullen Crane with a nice pass right there. Good rush. Been doing that for Hendricken all year long, and right there.
Dumped in the corner now, out to the point. Back in deep but intercepted. Loose puck taken away by Team Balile in front, and skated off by Team Eccleston. And down comes number 20, Will Gaffney.
That's a nice play.
Oh, loose puck, and here we go. It's a 3-on-1 as Team Eccleston rushes to get back.
Nice pass.
And a great goal there by number 23, Logan Addison. So Team Balile stretches their lead to 3-1.
What a rip by Logan Addison right there. Whew. From Exeter West Greenwich. What a beautiful pass by Mason Crane. Look how he's got his head up.
Right over the shoulder, glove
nice
side.
Capture of that pass, and then he released it in one motion. No
Boom.
chance on that. That is just no chance for Jaffe on that. That was just a beautiful goal. Another highlight.
There it is, 3-1 as Team Balile starts to pull away. Cross ice pass now into the zone once again. Cross ice, and the shot goes wide.
Another nice play by Crane. Again, his head up. Great vision.
Drop pass, cross, nothing happening. Into the corner it goes.
Nice play right there. Got the Smithfield boys out there again. They got the first goal.
Breakout now.
Good back check.
Excellent. Dumped back into the zone by Cole Poller.
And this has been a good line. Poller included it here with the 2 Smithfield boys. They've had the pressure on every time they've been out there.
Monty into the zone, gets broken up, turned away by the goaltender. Alan Jaffe in the net now for Team Eccleston. Back in deep, and icing called. So I had a great experience a few months ago. I was at Golfers Warehouse picking up a gift certificate for a friend, and so go to the register. This young man at the register, and he said, "Hey, you called a high school hockey game of mine." And the only ones that I called the past few years are these. And he goes, "Here, look, you called this goal." And he pulls up on his phone the video of me calling a goal that he scored in this game last year.
Wow, you see that?
Yeah, it was very cool.
That is cool. It's special for them.
And for me,
Oh, yeah.
you know, that
It is.
you know, he
makes us
thought
feel
enough
good.
to put that on his phone.
You know, Frank, you are the man of Rhode Island sports broadcasters. I've been watching you since.
You were a baby, right?
No. I didn't know where to go with that, except the fact that
I finished it off for you there.
Yeah, you did. You do a great job, Frank. You've covered high school sports, all sports, since you've been broadcasting. 10 does a great job. We're lucky that all our sports cast here do a great job in Rhode Island.
Oh, it's a lot
following
of fun.
these kids. It is. It's exciting, and I can see your enthusiasm in your voice. And this is what really makes who we are. The reason why I was the coach that I was is because of the kids.
Sure.
You know what? And if you don't have something to broadcast, something like this that's making you bring out the best in you, then they make us.
It's a great community event, and and the great thing about what I do, and I think what you do, is the fact that you watch these kids in high school, and then you kind of follow them, and maybe 10, 20 years down the road, they say, hey, in your case, I played for you, or in my case, you covered my game, and it's nice to catch up with. Yeah, absolutely, it's nice to catch up with people in that way.
Yeah. Nice.
Great breakout here for Team Balile, down into the zone, and centering pass knocked away. Good defensive break up there, but again in front now. Team Balile searching, looking, still controlling the puck.
Nice spin out right there, beauty.
Chased down by Evan Agrin. Down. Oh, shot in front, knocked away. All right, here comes Team Eccleston. Number 7 is Andrew Kotu. A shot, knocked to the corner, back out in front, but nobody there, and that one rolls out of the zone.
Nice pass.
Back into the zone comes number 25, Braden Swankamp, and his
Nice try.
Shot just wide there by Aaron Jabro.
Nice play by Braden. Nice little drop pass, took it to the middle.
All right, so we have 14-18 left here in period number 2, and it's Team Balile leading at 3-1. More after this. All right, welcome back to PC Schneider Arena. 3-1 lead for Team Balile, and the puck in the Team Eccleston zone as they break out. It is Gaffney, John Gaffney, leaving the puck for a teammate. Deep in the zone. Team Eccleston trying to get back into this game, trailing by a pair of goals here, and under 14 minutes to play in the game. Breakout, unsuccessful, back in deep, gathered in by Team Balile. Having some trouble clearing the zone.
They need to keep the pressure on. You got to get some consistent attack going. Right now, Team Balile's had the edge in play.
in front. Can't get a shot away. Back out on the points. Almeida, the shot gets through, turned away by the goaltender, Alan Jaffe. In front again, and that one got a left pad save.
Beautiful save. Another chance.
Coming again in the front, and ricochet, and that puck bounces behind the net. Back out top, and not a full shot that is delivered there, and back comes Team Eccleston. Both teams changing on the fly here. Back comes Team Balile into the zone. Centering pass gathered in by Crane. Crane circling through the defense and then gets knocked off the puck. Nice spin move there. Very nice by Crane. Into the zone. Hands it off. Again, back in front.
Nice defense.
Back in deep. All the way around. And then directed the other way by Brock Carroll.
Yeah, Connor Sullivan. Look at his presence in front of that net. Covering guys, doing a great job.
Nice shot there by Monty that's knocked away. Well, great job by Team Balile, just keeping Team Eccleston off the net. Great.
He's made several here in the last few minutes. Really to keep them in the game, to keep it a 2-goal score.
Crane leaves it for a teammate along the boards now, fighting for it. Cross ice pass, and here we go.
Look out.
Crane
Beauty.
Centering pass, and this couldn't handle it. That was Brock Carroll, who was in all alone. In front, and knocked away. Monty, we seem to be saying that name quite a bit here this afternoon. Back out to the point. Cross ice pass. Knocked away, and here we go the other way.
I love the way Mason Crane plays. He's got his head up all the time when he has that puck. Oh, what a nice play right there. Nice drop pass. Nice play. Preston Abbott having a good shift right here.
Yeah, oh, and tripped down. We got a penalty coming up and a power play for Team Balile as a tripping call is going to go against Andrew Kutu. No, excuse me. That would be number 20. Will Gaffney steps into the penalty box on the tripping call. Here it is right there.
Yeah, well.
All right, let's see what Team Balile can do here if they can improve upon their 3-1 lead. The man advantage. Skating 5-on-4.
Nice forecheck right there to keep that puck in.
Oh, nice move. Still has the puck out to the point. Brady Quirk gathers it in at center ice, circling, dumps it off. And back the other way comes Austin McCarty. McCarty back, dumps it off, giving chase, Rodney Fournette. Fournette. Snapshot wide. Good penalty kill here for Team Eccleston.
They need it. They got to keep it a 2-goal score.
Under a minute to go in the power play. Into the zone they come. Team Balile, nice right pad save that time by Jaffe.
Austin Dufresne with another nice curl and drag to get that shot off. He's had a good game. Scored a beautiful goal earlier.
Back to the points. Little shot that goes wide again. Turning. No.
Oh, good stick check right there by Kavanaugh.
Kicked
to
ahead.
Save a potential scoring bid.
McCarty can't control it. And
here we go.
Here we go.
Sylvester.
Here comes Team Eccleston in front, and they can't
nice
slip
try.
it home. Nice play there by Jacob Sylvester.
Penalty's over. They're all even.
Deep in the zone, Dufresne falls, taken away, and battling there also his teammate Swankamp.
Nice.
3-on-2, the other way. Centering pass. Nope, knocked away. Polacek along the boards. Team Eccleston trying to turn up the heat here.
Look out for Almeida. He's tricky.
Out in front, the shots.
Nice triangle play. Almeida, Pelosi.
Back out to the point, and it slips over the stick of Charles Van Gordon.
Yeah, Almeida, Pelosi, and Cole Paler, they've had a good game as a line. Oh, nice spin out right there. Beautiful.
Caleb Carpenter, here he comes down the left side. Cuts to the middle, comes into the zone, gathers the puck again. Looking, cutting to the net, and wanted to put in a backhand, but it's taken away. Puck still in the zone.
Nice pass.
Cross ice. Wrist shot. That one turned away. I don't know if a goaltender got that one or a defenseman. And puck into the bench area, and we have a whistle.
We've got about 6 minutes left, Frank. It's been a great contest. It seems like Team Balile's had the edge in play with their forecheck and keeping possession of the puck in the offensive zone by, being unselfish, moving it, cycling it, and using their points. It's been a good game.
Well, Team Balile has the advantage in shots on net, 28-21 at this point.
Nice play right there.
A little trip there that they'll get away with. And the shot on net. Jaffe turns it away.
I'll get it.
Loose puck in front. Eccleston trying to get this puck moving in the other direction. And out they come. Bouncing puck now into the Team Balile zone. Gathered in there by Almeida.
Nice.
Nice pass in front on the right side. Waiting for some help.
Nice spin out. Beautiful
In the
drop
middle.
pass.
Trying to split the defense, and almost a great opportunity there for Addison.
He's had a great game, Addison. Got a beautiful goal. He's made some nice passes.
Sturka can't control it. There we go, back the other way. Crane on the left side, trying to pull it around the defense and can't. Into the corner they go. Addison in front, loose puck. Here we go the other way.
Nice.
Crane waiting, looking, dumping it deep. All the way around to the point. Crane moving around, looking, head up. And
Nice poke check. Beauty.
Andrew Kutu with a nice poke check. See if they can turn it into something. But again, good step up right there.
Puck still in the zone, but taken away by Rogers. And here comes Team Eccleston, but nice poke check there by Crane. Right here, neutral zone. And here we go back.
23. Logan Madison.
Clock ticking down, and
We're going to
time
get them to
wasting
pull
away
that
here.
goalie.
At what point do you do that, Coach?
Well, you're down 2. The problem's been they haven't been able to get consistently in the other end. So,
all right, we have 3:08 to go here in the final period of play, and we're back with more after this.
I was debating.
All right, welcome back to Schneider Arena. 3:08 to go, and Team Eccleston trailing Team Balile by a score of 3-1. As we're about to face off here, Team Balile in white with a 2-goal edge, and we're waiting for Team Eccleston to pull their goaltender, but the pressure stays on in front as now the puck goes down the Team Balile end. Goaltender isn't even looking over at the bench, so it doesn't appear like
Here he
that
comes.
happened. Here he goes. So we'll get the extra skater on. And here comes Team Balile. Back the other way. Empty nets down the other end. Team Eccleston with an extra skater on in the corner. And Team Balile content to just let it sit there, let the seconds tick away. 2:15 to play. Oh, almost a shot in front. Now in the corner.
Will Gaffney's good control right there out of the corner.
In front, little backhand turned away. Great saves.
Good effort right out there.
All right, loose puck, and here we go. Carroll with a shot and a goal.
Nice goal.
Brock Carroll from Barrington with a goal.
Well earned. You know, they did a great job in front of the net. And look at the speed. I mean, you know, it looks easy to put it in the open twine, but he made sure he hit the middle of the net.
Well, another indication on both sides that it's 100% effort until the final whistle.
Again, we saw good defense at the end when they had opportunities to score, Frank. It's been present the whole game.
And loose puck in front, and another goal. That one popped in for another goal. That is Rodney Fournette, I believe, number 10.
Yes. A nice goal right there. Good forechecking. Look at that play by Mason Horseman. What a beautiful pass. And gets it right up and over. Nice goal, Rodney Fournette. Even a better forechecking play by your teammate, Mason Horseman. That's just a pretty goal, a hard-working goal.
Well, and that one hit the net, so we'll blow the whistle. I have to say that 2/3 of this game was well played, very competitive.
Yes.
Until things got a little out of hand with a 3-1. And then they opened net goal 4-1, and then that beautiful goal there to make it 5-1.
They showcased their talent at the end over there. Some individual, just beautiful individual goals.
opened this game up. But overall, this has been a pleasure.
The team that is named after one of the members of the founding class of the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame, Bill Balile, showing its mettle here today. And we're under a minute left to play. And then waiting to hear who Dave Balile has picked as the Jersey Mike's player of the game. Have that for you right after the final whistle. And an icing call will bring this one back.
Frank, there was so many kids out here today that showed their talents, and to try to, you know, dissect and pick somebody. It's always difficult, you know, because there was so many good choices out there today. So, but I got one.
And we'll reveal who that person is once we click off another. Let's see, about 30 seconds left in the game. And still on the attack. Team Balile into the zone. Final 10 seconds now. Team Eccleston throws it in front. Gathered in. Kids are still working. And that will do it. Well, a very well played game here today in the third annual All-Star Hockey Showcase game. But it is a 5-1 win for Team Balile. So how about a little wrap up of what we saw here today? A lot of talented kids, as you had mentioned a few times, Dave.
Yeah, this was a pleasure to call this game today, Frank. It's a lot of team play, a lot of individual excellent plays out there, whether it was on the defensive side, whether it was a poke check, a spin out, a starting of a play by the defenseman. We saw good goaltending throughout the whole contest. It could have been a much higher scoring game. The forwards, I mean, you must be impressed by the way they were in the offensive zone, tic-tacking it, getting creative with their play. And then some of the goals, the skill that we saw on the finish, you know, to get it upstairs when the goaltender was down in such close quarters. I just saw some excellent play, well deserved by everybody who wore that uniform today. You did put on a showcase. You should be proud of being at this event, which I know they are. I know their coaches are going to be extremely proud of the way they played today. I'm sure parents and family members who were here were extremely about the way they played. So I just think this was one of the better All-Star events I've been to that I've had pleasure of broadcasting. It was an excellent hockey game, and but in the end, Team Balile had the edge in play and the better opportunities, and they won.
Well, and I think for, you know, the kids who may not play in the top division of Rhode Island high school hockey to come out here and skate with those that do, and know that there's really not that much of a difference between the divisions of high school hockey, I think that is certainly an encouraging thing for those kids.
I think that's a good point, Frank. That's exactly what I saw today. You know, I saw, you know, diversity out here between Division II, Division. I couldn't tell who's playing in what division. Every one of these kids that are out here look of equal value, and you know, the boy that I chose, you know,
for the Jersey Mike's player of the game.
Jersey Mike's player of the game is a boy from Division II, but maybe someone that we don't recognize, but I surely know that Division II does, and we saw it here today. He was a spark plug the whole game. I thought he handled the puck well. He had his head up, you know, and that was Logan Addison. You know, from Exeter, West Greenwich. I thought that he had there was so many choices out there, but there was something about him. It's just the way that he possessed the puck and he protected it, and you know, he had a beautiful goal. And congratulations to him. You know, he belonged in this game, and he showed that he was, you know, one of the better players in the game.
There he is.
Know, and there he is.
Congratulations to Logan Addison, and our thanks to Jersey Mike's, Randy Scott, presentation. Fantastic.
It's a memory you'll always remember, you know.
Get that jersey framed, young man.
Absolutely.
And enjoy your jersey mics.
That's right.
Well, the players lingering now on the ice, just trying to soak up the atmosphere here as we completed this game. Regardless of the score, well played, and a great experience for these kids to get together with many that they have played with before and some that they maybe haven't played with before, and now they return to the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Hockey Wars, and then eventually to the playoffs that are coming up. A lot of family members who are here taking the opportunity to take some pictures, and they're going to linger for just a little while longer. So, Dave, always a pleasure to get together with you here to be able to talk about high school hockey and some very talented players.
Yeah, sure. And I'm leaving this arena today knowing that Rhode Island hockey, high school hockey, is in a really, really good place. And you saw it here displayed today. So I have nothing but good things to say about these young boys and the future of Rhode Island high school hockey. And I just want to say thank you to, again, the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame and Vince Samini for putting on this event, and you too, Frank, and Channel 10 for giving these kids an opportunity to showcase their talents, and that they did.
All right, very well said. And I too thank the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame for pulling this all together. It's always a pleasure. All right, that will do it for PC Schneider Arena. There you see the final score, 5-1 for Team Balile, for Dave Balile. And we thank you for watching. I'm Frank Carpano. Take care.